8-year-old Aurora lives with her parents in a cramped New York City apartment where the walls hum at night and the floors never seem fully still. Lately, she has become certain that a monster lives beneath her bed. It isn't loud or wild, it waits. Aurora tells her parents the creature is sensitive to movement, that stepping on the bare floor will wake it and make it come out. She begs them to stay on the rugs, to move carefully, to listen. Her parents smile gently and reassure her. They check under the bed, explain away the noises, and tell her she's safe. Monsters, they say, aren't real. One night, Aurora clings to them longer than usual before bed. When they tuck her in, she quietly says, "Goodbye." They correct her with a laugh and turn off the light. Later, Aurora lies awake, staring at the dark. She hears footsteps outside her room, then a deep creak from the floor. The sound that follows is wrong, wet, heavy, and close. Her parents scream. Aurora stays perfectly still. She wakes in the morning to silence. The apartment is destroyed, furniture overturned, walls torn, floorboards split open near her bed. Her parents are gone. Aurora climbs out of bed without touching the floor. Beneath her, something shifts in the dark, calm again. Aurora becomes obsessed with her neighbor across the hall, the man in Unit 5B who slips in and out of the building at night like a ghost. One evening, she follows him through the city and into Chinatown, where a riot erupts around a towering, roaring dragon. She watches from an alley as 5B charges in and tears the creature apart, revealing armed gang members hidden inside the costume. To Aurora, it's proof he kills monsters. Days later, she knocks on his door and offers him her savings to kill the monster under her bed. She's calm, certain, and unafraid. The man in 5B is shaken. He recognizes the signs she doesn't know how to name, the careful steps, the warnings, the way she survived. He insists there was no monster in Chinatown, only assassins. Worse, he tells her he believes her parents were killed by people searching for him, not by something imaginary. The truth lands heavier than any bedtime story. Later, he contacts his handler, Laverne, and reports the breach. He should disappear, change locations, cut ties. Instead, he hesitates. Aurora is already a target, whether she understands it or not. If they came once, they could come again. For the first time in years, he asks for an exception. He tells Laverne he feels responsible for the girl and that walking away would be the real monster. That night, 2 hitmen break into Aurora's apartment. 5B arrives in time to intercept them, killing one in a brutal, silent struggle. The second doesn't even get that far, dragged screaming into the darkness beneath Aurora's bed by something neither of them can see. When the apartment goes still, the body is gone, the floor unmarked. Aurora doesn't panic. She helps. Together, she and 5B clean blood, reset furniture, erase signs of the break-in with practiced efficiency that unsettles him. Their work is interrupted by a knock. Brenda, Aurora's child protection agent, is following up on the murders of her parents. 5B hides in plain sight as a family friend, while Brenda explains that Aurora's parents had been fostering her, not raising her biologically. The revelation lands quietly, but changes everything. Afterward, Aurora follows 5B willingly into his world of safe houses and late-night meetings. They confront Laverne, his handler, who admits she ordered the hit to eliminate loose ends, Aurora included. She frames it as necessity, not cruelty. 5B doesn't accept the distinction. On their way out, they cross paths with another assassin, one carrying a bounty on 5B's head. The warning is clear. The contract is active, the net is tightening, and Aurora is no longer just a witness, she's part of the hunt. The assassin and his team tail Aurora and 5B back to the apartment, spreading through the building with military precision. Before 5B can move Aurora to safety, another knock comes at the door. Brenda returns this time without the gentle tone. She flashes her badge and reveals she's FBI, assigned to a cold, impossible case. 3 previous families connected to Aurora who vanished without bodies, without witnesses. The truth doesn't have time to settle. The hitmen strike first. Gunfire shreds the apartment, drywall exploding, windows blowing out as 5B drags Aurora for cover. Brenda's backup floods the hall, and the apartment becomes a war zone, agents, assassins, and 5B colliding in a chaotic firefight that rattles the building to its foundation. Then the floor buckles. Wood splinters and peels back as something enormous forces its way up from beneath the apartment. A grotesque, towering bunny erupts from the floorboards, its fur matted and dark, its teeth impossibly long. It moves with savage speed, tearing through combatants indiscriminately. Screams are cut short, bodies vanish into its gaping maw. Bullets do nothing. Training means nothing. In seconds, the gunfire stops. The apartment is silent again, ruined and empty. The monster sinks back into the floor, leaving no trace. Aurora stands alone, unharmed. She looks down at the cracked boards beneath her feet. She told them not to step on the floor. The floor convulses and splits, spitting 5B back into the apartment in a slick heap. He retches, alive only because of the bitter thumb-sucking deterrent Laverne once forced him to coat his skin with something the monster can't stomach. Before he can recover, Laverne steps through the shattered doorway, gun raised, intent on finishing what she started. 5B throws himself in front of Aurora and begs her to stop. He tells her the truth at last. She is his mother. She made him what he is, then tried to erase him. He warns her to get off the floor, to leave the girl alone. Laverne's hesitation is brief. She aims at Aurora. The floor erupts. The monster surges upward and devours Lavernhole, then turns on 5B, claws tearing, teeth snapping as it drives him backward. Aurora steps between them. She looks up at the towering creature and says, simply, no. The monster freezes. Slowly, it retreats beneath the floor, the apartment falling silent. Later, as dawn breaks, 5B tells Aurora the truth he's been avoiding. The monster isn't a curse or an accident, it's hers. It protects her, obeys her, and it will never leave. She doesn't argue, she just nods. They leave the city together, driving west under a clear blue sky. As the car speeds down a sunlit highway, a dark shape keeps pace beneath them, long ears, massive limbs running smoothly in the shadow under the car, faithful and unseen.